Welcome to the game room.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Alright, we are continuing with Horror Pack B, and tonight we are going to do Candyman. He's got a little more than the last one we did, more colors anyway. And we're going to do 3 different colors on his skin. His hook, we'll do a couple. And his coat is 2 different shades of brown. He's got a really dark brown, and then the fur is a lighter brown. So let's get to it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so as we kind of go over the model, you got his boots down here and his shirt under here, his scarf, the fur lining his coat, and then the coat itself, skin, the hook, which we'll do in a bright metal, and then we'll hit that with blood for the blood god, and then his pants. And the pants we'll probably do in a gray, and then hit those with a wash. So, without further ado, let's get started. Let's go ahead and start with the skin. Now, the skin we do the same way. If you watch the other videos, I did Holden for the starter box, and we're going to do him the same way. We're going to start with Dryad Bark. And Dryad is a Citadel base color. And we're not going to need a ton of it, but I need some out here. And add a little bit of water to that. And the reason I want to start with the skin is because it's going to be the hardest to get to, especially around that scarf. So we'll get the skin finished before we even think about doing the scarf. He's also got the hair on the back of his head, which we'll do with probably the Black Templar once we get the skin completed. So. And for reference, I am using, if you've never seen the movie Candyman, it's pretty awesome, actually. You can say Candyman in the mirror of the bathroom 5 times. Really good movie. Great horror movie. Okay, so. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and hit the biggest portion, basically the biggest area that we're going to color, and that is his coat. And I'm going to do the fur in a lighter, but we're going to use Gore-Grunta for the Gore-Grunta fur for the coat itself. So if you look at the picture, you can see that it's a very dark brown, almost black, but the pictures that I have are very dark, so we'll just go with the dark brown. Okay, we're going to go back to the skin now that it's dry, and now we're going to use the Druchii Violet, which is a dark dark purple. If you're using Army Painter, the purple wash would probably work just as well. And for this, we're going to wash the skin. Just get all over the skin. Don't forget the hand. Now this one we really have to make sure that's dry before we can go on to the final step to finish the skin off. So, all right, let's go ahead and do the shirt and the shoes, and that is Black Templar. And this is pretty straightforward. Switch to the smaller brush to do the shirt, just because it's such a tight space and I don't want to have to. Okay. Not bad at all. Right. Let's go to the pants. We're going to do those in ash gray. Just literally just a touch of water to that. It goes on pretty smooth as it is, but just help it flow just a little bit better. It almost looks like you're not even painting. If you did the grays here, this is a very, very close color to the grays. Alright, let's go ahead and finish up the coat, and we're using Gilliman Flesh for the fur. It is a lighter brown. That's kind of what we talked about earlier. And if it's not dark enough for you, if you want to go darker, you can try a couple of coats or just use a darker brown. He's got a belt right there. I think we're just going to hit that with Black Templar. So let's do that real quick. Careful not to get it on your gray. Alright, and I guess let's go ahead and finish the skin off now that the Druchii Violet has dried. And the last one is, where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Oak Brown. Army Painter Oak Brown. Now, for this, you're just hitting the highlights. Just want to hit the highlights. Anywhere the light would hit. You don't want to completely cover up those recesses because you want that dark color. Yeah, I like it. I think it's coming out really good. All right, now let's go ahead and do the scarf. Doing the scarf in, you can do it in white. I'm going to do mummy robes just because I did the last white that I needed for Hannibal in mummy robes. So I'm just going to do that again. And I think for that, we're just going to go ahead and paint the whole thing silver, and then we'll cover up the base with blood for the blood god. I'm going to use shiny silver. Alright, now that's going to have to dry for a moment. So while that's drying, let's go ahead and do the wash on the pants. Now, for that, we'll use a dark tone. And for the dark tone, and we're going to add water to that, about 2 water to 1 dark tone. It's about 2 to 1. I just want to give it a little bit of depth. I don't want to make it, dark. Maybe go 3 to 1. There we go. It's kind of has a little gray edge to it. And so all I want to do is just fill in those crevices without losing the gray. So. To do the highlight the scarf, I'm going to use Apothecary White. Again, not much of this. I still want to have that white look, but I just want it to sit down in those recesses. Alright, back to Black Templar for his hair. Alright, we're going to come back to that hair one more time here in just a moment. We're going to let that dry first. And we're going to hit it with a dry brush just to give it some contrast from the from his skin to lighten up his hair just a little bit. And from what I've seen in the pictures, he's not old, but he does. It's not all black. It's kind of he's got some gray hair. So we're going to come back with some ash gray once that's dry. Give him a dry brush just to highlight the hair. And so while we're waiting for everything to dry, we'll do Blood for the Blood God. This is Citadel Technical Paint, which if you watched all the videos, we've used it before, and it looks like blood. Now you still want some of the hook to show through, but you want it to look bloody. So we'll do something like that. Oh, a little too much silver here. Let's go ahead. There we go. Straighten some of that off. Very nice. Alright, this should be our last step. So, dry brush. You're going to get the paint loaded up into your very stiff brush, and then you're going to wipe most of it off onto a napkin or something. Not wanting to paint it, you just want to hit the high parts. So, what we're going to do now is we're just going to give it a light so, and it looks a little more frosty than I want. So I'm going to go over this with my dark wash just to tone that brightness down. All right, and with that, I think we can call him done. We are sitting at, wrong side. We are sitting at 31 minutes total paint time. Like I said, he was a lot more involved than some of the other ones. Frankenstein, who there was a little technical snafu. I ended up streaming it, and the cameras were backwards. I didn't get it recorded, but he actually took all of about 15 minutes. I should probably just do a video and explain how I did Frankenstein, and maybe I'll do that since he got messed up. But he was very quick. But let me get him based, and we'll come back here in just a moment. So see you here shortly. All right, so there you go. The Candyman completed. And as you can see, so again, he took a little bit longer, but it was mainly because of, he had a lot of different colors involved in him to make him look cool. But there you go. Still at 30 minutes does not take a long time to get a good effect. Anyway, guys, I hope this helped. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment, tell me what you thought. Do you like the Candyman? Are you painting Horror Pack B? Are you doing something different? I would like to see pictures of whatever you've got going. So if so, jump on our Facebook group. It is the Texas Gamer Geeks, the Game Room, Texas Gamer Geeks. Find us on Facebook. It is private, so just ask to join and answer the questions. The questions are only there to help weed out the people who aren't really asking the questions. You just want to get on there and advertise their gambling sites. So anyway, give me a like, subscribe, and see you soon. I hope this is helping. and you can see that it doesn't take a long time to get a really good result quickly. So thanks for watching, and have a great night.